Here's Smith now on second down. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Time running out here on the play clock. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. Room to run past midfield. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing on third down, Smith. And able to find Conley. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And the defense defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They go play action here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to. Tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure. When you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And he motions the wide receiver. Third and long, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's done. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll run with Muhammad. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's to the 10, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
So this game's not very far along, and he's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator, what do I do in this situation? It's only the first quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Michael Bennett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Second down. Here's Smith. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. It's Smith. He's going to go deep for Conley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play on third down for the Chiefs. 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And this is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Throwing again. Smith. And going deep for Hill. A swing pass caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. There you go, play action now. Wilson. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Shift together here from the D-line. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Second and 10, Smith again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will he?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And out now come the Seahawks. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. He finds an opening past the 40. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now here comes Kansas City. And Charles Away touchdown. In this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, shedding the tackle, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, Smith. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
This is Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Malik McDowell able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Mahomes, his first throw since coming in. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They go again with Muhammad. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Quick hitch, complete. It's done. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. The 13 yards that time of the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Open man is Amara Darboh, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. A swing pass caught. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here's Muhammad, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Bulldozes past him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Evans has it left side. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Room here to run. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Smith on first down. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Smith on third down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On first down, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's Smith now on second down. And a completion to Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Flushed out right. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Ooh, with a juke. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Looking to throw on second down. Smith caught. Kelsey left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Chiefs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3rd and 2, Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, it's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run now with Ware. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And some room to work. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw is Smith, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On second down, here's Smith. Going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chiefs on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's done. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. And a give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Allen Bailey in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. He's got Evans. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Red zone opportunity. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. So that'll back him up 5. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to throw, Smith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They get 31 yards that time. And that'll be good for a KC first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. One last throw here for Smith. And he's going to go down again. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.